Looks like we just loaded up into the map. We are going to be on King's Row here on the hybrid. One of my favorite hybrid maps, to be honest. How do you feel about this one, Sherry?
I can't complain. I mean, it's all right. You look towards these schools, though, like Wyoming Valley West last year, having a very stellar performance, 7-0 within the spring 2025, putting up a, regardless of how you imagine, a dominant performance all around. With a dominant performance like that, I don't know how else you can even describe what they're going to do this time. And obviously, you kind of look towards teams like CB South last year. They did not have a plethora of rosters like what we currently witness. However, the one team they did have had a very distraughting end to their previous season after moving up towards the Elite Division after having a near flawless season in the fall, only falling down to the CB West. This time, it looks like they're going to be coming in with a hot start.
Looks like we do have the first instance of a Wyoming from Central Buck South, but he does already fall down to not Noah from the Ramatra. A lot of fighting going in back and forth. Ramatra's going to go ahead and use form. It's going to force Brayden all the way back to a D-Mech as well with the May. There's nothing you can do against all that damage going towards you, as Moonslayer is going to pick up Brayden for that kill, and that's going to be the first team fight going towards Wyoming Valley West favor.
You tend to see teams frequently opting in for the defense after winning that first map, and it does seem to be this time having no changes to that script, as this allows them to be able to find early success and just sweep the series away. But CB South, will they go down falling? That's the question that they're asking themselves. Wrong Long already down on the Tracer, not getting any impact, as not Noah going to be able to clear them up. We look towards Sopo, who's being a little bit I don't think they know how the character works.
Yeah, Wyang's healing is on his right click and not his left, unfortunately. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. No, you're not mistaken. No, you're definitely not mistaken.
I think it's just more so he's figuring out how the hero works. I mean, it is preseason, so I guess now is the time.
We can say that. Yeah. It's the time. Now's the time. Now is not the time. Everyone watching, now is not the time to try new characters. Please go back to the Mercy Kiriko. It worked. It made you look like you could win the game. I don't know. Tree's gonna have to be forced out of the ice block. We will be seeing the rockets coming out. Brayden finding one. Moonslayer down. Wrong Long taking another. This is the most winnable fight they've had so far. Off of the resurrection. Not Noah picks up a double. And that's the kill feed going blue. As it's all gonna be the side of Wyoming Valley West to clear up that team fight. Regardless of how it looked at the start, there's nothing that's gonna bring them back on into it.
So many things were going into Central Buck South favor on that dive there. As soon as Brayden dove in towards that backline, you just thought that things were going to go ahead and go that favor. But not Noah said no by just pressing Q and igniting that annihilation. Looks like he went ahead and pressed shift and is going to go ahead and take out the Juno, as Juno's going to go and take out Chris, but there's going to be the Blizzard ignited as Tree's going to pick up the boost fan. Wrong Long trading back on Sopa, but not Noah and Moonslayer getting the trades back and forth. Tree's going to go ahead and fall to Brayden, but Brayden is out of mech, so he's going to go ahead and fall not too long after. And Moonslayer's there to pick up Memer for the final kill. Wyoming Valley West still showing a dominant performance here in this series.
Certainly looks like they're not going to allow any type of map 3. It's all up to Blaze Plays with the ult in the hand. Overclock. Poised and ready to be shot up into that forfeiting game. Will they succeed? That's the question, but you don't want to bring it down right here. Blaze Plays activates the overclock, not finds anything. Tree gets the next. Brayden out of mech, down as well. Not Noah going to be able to pick out onto Memer, who's a little bit staggered behind as they put down the vortex. It's all going to be up to one last shot, but Memer is down. You don't have your support, bringing this back on into your favor. Wrong Long trying to get across through the shadows, but not Noah instantly clears them out of the position. As not Noah, just with this annihilation back onto the front of this game, it certainly seems like it's going to be done and dusted as the CB Titans, one last chance, one last miracle needed to bring it back.
Just like that, Ronglung's able to take out Sopo with the Death Blossom. Such a great use there. However, he is going to fall, and Sopo's going to get res there. Not Noah taking out 2, and Sopo taking out Memer, and 1 more as well, and there it is. Overtime has been ignited, and Wyoming Valley West remain on the point with Central Buck South back to the spawn room.
The CB Titans unable to find much, as that is going to be a full hold. Wyoming Valley West with a dominant strike to this first map. It's going to be certainly looking like it is the CB Titans to fall down once more, coming on through. So we've seen this roster, the CB South team, they've been poised with so much success within the past. We know currently we got players on this roster who are so good. Brayden, a phenomenal player when it comes to the Valorant season. Memer as well in their own respect towards Smash Bros. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like that impact is transferring over towards the Overwatch season. Or maybe that's just Wyoming Valley being that good. As we look towards a lot of these players who are just so impactful. When it comes to your tank, not Noah, has been unwavering in their defensive capabilities, keeping the defense alive on the Ramatra, swapping over. The Reinhardt comes out, looking to show their true hero pool. Tree going to be keeping up the Mei, a great combination that you really got to give props for. Running this Mei with the Rein allows you to be able to isolate targets and then just swing that hammer right on into them.
And I do want to say, having a Reinhardt on King's Row is just a classic move, and it's something that I think you should always really expect. So I think that's probably why not Noah went with the Ramatra first, just to see if he can counter that Rein. But now that he's on the attack, he's going to use that Reinhardt and try to run all over Central Buck South. And there it is. The charge comes out immediately as not Noah has forced way back because there's a bunch of damage waiting for him. Moonslayer is going to go ahead and take out Ronglong, and Sopo's going to take out the Boost Fan. And I think this might just be the point going to the Wyoming Valley West, as everyone is falling left, right, and center to not Noah's hammer swings and Moonslayer's right click of doom.
That's the CB Titans down for the count, as it's a 2-0 victory with Wyoming Valley West taking a strong week 3 in the PIA, dominating their opposition and showing why they are champions of the Division 2 PIA 2025-2026 school year. We'll see whether or not they can keep it up later on in the season, but right now it looks like they're certainly a team to contend for that championship win.
This was genuinely a great display of prowess, Overwatch prowess from Wyoming Valley West. I mean, just having them be able to be this patient, this tactical, and this coordinated as a team is just showing that you're just, I'd say you're just a better gamer. That's all I'd have to say about it. That's pretty much what I would think.
It's certainly looking good for Wyoming Valley West. CB Titans got a little bit more to work with, as definitely not their week this one, but whether or not they will allow this to keep being out of their favor, or whether or not they will bring it back next week, that's all up to them. Hit the VOD room, hit the training exercises in the range. That's what they got to look towards. And as of now, I'll give you guys one last quote to end off before we head out for the night. This is from the coach of the Central Buck South team. "Why is my D2 team facing a D1 team?" End quote. And you know what? I am asking the same thing, because I have no
incredible question.
But you know what? That's all I'm going to say, because Wyoming Valley West, they are a Division 1 team. We see that in the standings. We see that in everything like that. CB South, they are a Division 2 team. So why this happened, who knows? So you really got to give CB South a lot of credit. They were able to win fights. They looked good against a team that's in a higher division than them. But yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a very one-sided match and a one-sided victory. But as you said, you know, Central Buck South still showed a great performance. You know, I did see a bunch of good plays and a bunch of good moments from their team. You know, it's a shame that it was like this, but there's still good players and good plays on either side. So the season may have just started, but it is not over yet.
Yeah, absolutely. As both teams certainly looking poised to be able to find a lot of impact. And that is going to be it from us here on the desk. Thank you all so much for tuning in. That is our final match of the night. But ladies and gentlemen, not it for the entire night, as there is still going to be PIA going on the Esport Company stream And make sure to head over there, as I believe they have some more matches happening right as we speak. Big games heading all around tonight as well. We got, I believe, Rocket League, Smash Bros, Valorant. Valorant, Smash Bros is tonight, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Some more stuff coming on through, as there's going to be a lot of games. Make sure to stay tuned for the rest of the week, as we got Marvel Rivals, Rocket League, Valorant action all your way. And that's it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Peace out.